You might have noticed in my recent videos that I finally got a drone with a good camera, but it's been hard to carry around, so this video is about making a custom drone backpack. Of course, you can buy a bunch of backpacks for your drone on Amazon, and they're really not that bad of a deal. You can get one for 50 or 60 bucks. But I've happened to have this pretty nice big low pro backpack that I got for free, and I've been actually keeping the box for the drone in the backpack. So for me, it was actually cheaper to make my own using this foam that I bought on Amazon for 35 bucks, or actually $34.31. So for me, that was the full cost of this backpack for the drone. The foam I got was actually for like upholstery, and it's different than I've used in some other builds, but it was cheap and it worked pretty well. You know, it's not too hard, and it was pretty easy to cut. And I started out, as you might imagine, kind of tracing out the backpack on the foam in order to start cutting some layers. And you can do this a lot of different ways, but I've found it's so great to cut foam with a kind of El Cheapo box cutter utility knife with the break-off blade. Those are the longer blades, and you can slide that baby out and have like about 4 inches of cutting. And on Amazon also, like everything else, you can get like 10 of these things for under 10 bucks. So anyway, that's the blade I used. It's pretty good for cutting foam. And my first try was a little bit big, but it's always better to have it be a little big than a little small. So I just kind of trimmed it up, and then it fit pretty well. And once I got one layer cut, I then used that as my template for a second layer. And you'll see in the video, actually, ultimately I have a third layer too. That's just how it worked with this drone. And the next thing was to pull out the drone and actually size it on the foam and get it right where I wanted it in the pack. And I was thinking here a little bit about how I'd be using the pack and how I'd be carrying the drone, and I sort of set it up central in the space. And here I started out cutting these little sections out while the foam was in the pack. And then I realized that if I finally cut through, I was going to start slicing the pack itself. I went ahead and pulled the foam out and started cutting it on our nice kitchen table. Alright, so I got the drone in there and realized I really needed a third layer just to get it just really secure. And so I just basically repeated the process I did with layers 1 and 2 for layer 3. And there you go. I thought about making special cuts for each of the rotor blade arms, but it really didn't need it. That top, the way this bag works, the top kind of holds the drone in place, and it's really nice and secure. So the next thing to do was just make a compartment for the blades, and then for the controller. The blade compartment was really fast and easy. This compartment for the controller kind of took forever. This is a Phantom drone, Phantom 3 I think, from DJI, and the controller just has some kind of weird oblong attachments. I'm not super crazy about it, there's an attachment for a smartphone that just kind of gave me fits here. But anyway, ultimately, I got a nice compartment for the controller too. And there you go. The case is actually done here, you can see. And the last thing to do is just to add some, or make room for the accessories. And this pack is cool because it has a big pocket in the front. So I just threw all the accessories and the charger and everything in that front pouch. And that's working for now, nothing too fancy. It allowed for more foam to be around the drone instead of cutting out more foam, so I like that. And no backpack is complete without some finishing touches. I got this little tag that I had printed with metaspencer. I got that on Amazon too, and just hot glued it to the pack. And you can see that the pack itself is, you know, just like a standard backpack. You just need to get one if you're going to do this that's big enough for your drone. And this is, you know, a camera backpack, so it's got a lot of padding already, and it's a good size. So I'm good to go.